Thank you for joining me on the next segment of American Truck Simulator. We have a frac tank, a frac trailer, and we're on our way to Colorado. Right now we're in Wyoming. Actually, we should be crossing the Colorado border here pretty soon. It's 4:57 in the morning, early twilight. I see that if you look in the rear mirrors, you can see daylight is behind us. Oh, there's the Colorado. Welcome to wonderful Colorado. Just crossed into Colorado. Unfortunately, this truck does not have what's called adaptive cruise control. Adaptive cruise control is a small sensor that's mounted in the front bumper that will monitor traffic ahead of you, and it will adapt or adjust your speed to pace the rest of the traffic. Now, many drivers don't like this. They want to drive at the speed limit or their chosen speed for as long as possible all the time. Other traffic be damned. But that's not me. I like adaptive cruise control. I think it's a great safety feature. And in theory, you'll never get into an accident because, we're being asked to enter the scale house. Because adaptive cruise control will also brake your vehicle and prevent you from having a rear-end collision. This is our first scale here in the game. So let's submit to inspection. We weigh 37,000 pounds. Not too heavy for a frac tank, I imagine. And we can continue our morning. Look at the birds in the sky and the little haze of purple. Beautiful. Beautiful sunrise we are going to be experiencing. We're above 30 miles an hour, so I'm going to hit the resume button on the cruise control, bring us back up to our 75-mile speed. Again, without a dash indication, I'm not really sure of that, so I need to wait for the speedometer to settle at 75 and assure me that's where I am. NEF. Oh, what was that truck that we just passed? New England NEFL, I believe it was. New England Freight Lines. You will see those all through the country, but mostly on the East Coast, of course. Speed limit is dropping down to 65, so we'll set the cruise control accordingly. We won't tap the brakes. We'll just let the inertia of the truck slow us to 65. And now we're down to 55. Notice the yellow marking on the trip display. That is, as we are driving on pavement, the surface below us changes to yellow. Basically, that says discovered. So whenever the road pavement is gray, those are roads we have not yet discovered. And as we drive over them, they'll change to yellow. That will, at the end of our trip, that will be displayed as a percentage of the map. So we'll be able to see how much of it. You can see we're going to go over the overpass, and there's some yellow that will be crossing, which means that we have driven there before. That yellow down there underneath is on one of our earlier trips. We were routed underneath this overpass. Downtown Denver. Commercial center of Colorado and the Mountain West. The city of Denver had already been discovered by our previous trip, so that's not a new discovery. But south of Denver is Colorado Springs and Pueblo, and those will be new discoveries. Mile High Stadium, home of the Denver Broncos football team. Several years in a row, but back in could be the early 90s, I think the Denver, they called themselves the Orange Crush because of the color of their jerseys, and they associated themselves with the soft drink of the same name. And the Orange Crush won a couple Super Bowls, I believe, maybe even consecutive Super Bowls. I'm trying to remember. Speed limit up to 60. Look at these inlay into the concrete, and this is very accurate. One of the great pleasures of being a real live over-the-road driver is seeing things that are true in real life depicted in the simulator. And many of them are the inlays into this concrete. I don't mind a little artistic license from here and there. 26 miles to Colorado Springs, 70 miles to Pueblo, 57 miles left on our journey. So looks like we will see Colorado Springs, but we won't see Pueblo. 75 mile an hour speed limit. So 3 clicks on the cruise control. Once we buy our first truck, there's Colorado Springs, our world is going to change dramatically. Once you've bought your first truck, fatigue and sleep are a constant factor. Right now, every time I start a new trip, my sleep scale is set to 0. I am fully rested. That won't be true. Even if we're doing company jobs, we still have to monitor our sleep. And if you change trucks, there's a cut scene that we could have witnessed had we taken that exit. I did not take that exit, so I can't see the cut scene. I'll have to come back to it later on. If you stay in the same truck, of course, you've got to watch your fuel level. But if you change trucks, anytime you change trucks, you'll be presented with a full truck full of fuel. But fuel and fatigue come into play, but only after you've purchased your first truck, which I imagine we're going to be doing here fairly soon. Once the bank gives us that opportunity to take out that $250,000 loan, we'll get our first truck. I'll get it probably I don't know if I'll drive it yet or not. Probably drive it. Make a little bit more money in your own truck. And again, you might as well, because you've got the fatigue and the fuel requirements. There's Pueblo. Oh, we did just. I didn't think we would discover Pueblo, but we did. Okay, Pueblo is discovered. That's great. But one of the things that Pueblo is known for is that it is a government printing center. So if you order publications from the U.S. government, I was talking about those aviation charts earlier, most government printed material comes from Pueblo. One of the things it's always been known for. I remember growing up as a Boy Scout, and I would order, and most government publications are free, and I would order all sorts of things from the government for Boy Scout projects. This is going to be I'm going to get the overhead view because this, I want to pinch in that van, but I also want to maximize my turn here. There we go. Decouple. And we will receive our reward. We are a level 3 newbie. And now is the time to start these 3 categories: high value, fragile, and just in time. And the order that you do these really don't matter. 5% higher at rank 1, 5% higher at rank 1 for fragile, and 3% higher at rank 1 for just in time. So high value and fragile are the most lucrative for right now. We'll take it, apply. We got an email. I'm hoping this is from the bank. We can help you grow. Now, this is the loan that I do want to take. So let's go to the banking center. I can ask for $500,000, and that's what I'll do. As long as you have drivers driving for you, you'll always be able to what's called pay your nut or pay your loan amount. So make sure that you don't just squander this money. Make sure you get some drivers under you to help you pay it. So the first thing I want to do is to buy a truck. So let's go to truck dealers. We have a Freightliner in Montana and a Western Star in Utah. Let's make our first truck a Freightliner. And I don't think buy online is not going to be an option. We won't be able to buy online. We have to have 3 trucks before we buy online. So let's visit the truck dealership. Travel to Kalispell. Now, I don't believe there's a charge. No charge to get to Kalispell. And here's one of our options. Oh, I don't know if we can buy a sleeper right away. Available from level 6. Yeah, I can't buy a sleeper until level 6. So let's go to the next one. Oh, wait. Okay, that I can't buy. This cab over Freightliner is available. Argosy low roof. Cascadia day cab is available. I like the Cascadia a lot. This day cab with the air spoiler is available. This is kind of the level 9. I'm sorry, level 9. Level 13, level 26, level 6. Okay, so my choices are the Argosy low roof or the Cascadia. Unfortunately, why am I not being allowed to look inside? I kind of want to look inside this baby. Anyway, let's customize this. We want to get the best transmission and the best engines that I can afford. Now, I start with the transmission. 10-speed is the default. I want to get the 10-speed with the retarder, so it's a little more expensive. And then you want to get now watch these bars here on the left. Now, go back to the transmission. See if those bars change. See how heavy cargo and hills and they change with the higher end transmission. Same thing with the engine. 370 horse is the default, but watch when you go to 410 horse, your hills go up. And what I want to concentrate on is heavy cargo. That's my most important. So even though I want to get the option with the heavy cargo, which for right now is the Cummins 400 horsepower engine, that to me is the engine of choice. As far as the interior design, it looks like they're the same price whether you get tan or whether you get gray. We'll go with the tan. That's kind of attractive. And then from level 5 on, we'll can get some of these gauges filled in. Now, again, we're going to be revisiting all through the game. We're going to be revisiting chances to upgrade this truck. So don't worry if it doesn't have every option you like. $2,800 for this white design. But remember, we can save some money if we get the Georgia Pacific, the Canada Cartage, and especially the Dayton Hudson Corporation design. That's only $550. So it negates a little bit of the price. And I'm not big on exterior accessories yet. Later on, I will trick out the exterior, but I do like to trick out the interior. That is our 17-minute time. So thanks for joining me, folks, and we'll see you in the next segment.